Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Jai Shri Ram. Welcome to our next episode in our complete reading of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana. In the previous episode, we saw how Lakshmana spoke to Sugriva and reminded him that he should not end up being a Krutagna. And he also insults him with his sharp words. Now, sensing that Sugriva is getting into danger and sensing that Lakshmana's anger is not subsiding, Tara quickly jumps into the conversation. And she says, Naivam Lakshmana Vaktavyo Nayam Parushamarhati Harinam Iswara Srotum Tavaktrat Viseshataha Naiva Krutagnya Sugrivo Nasetho Navidarunaha Naiva Nrutakadho Veera Najih Mascha Kapiswara. Oh Lakshmana, you should not speak like this to Sugriva. This is not at all correct, and Sugriva does not deserve to hear such things from you. This Sugriva, he is not a person who does not have Kritagnata. He has a lot of Kritagnata. He is not a person who speaks lies. He is not a person who pushes his agenda through. He is not a person who speaks lies. He is not a person who has got any sort of backdoor thoughts through which he can influence you. No, he is not a person who would do this. Upakaram krutam viro napyam vismrutak kavihi ramena veera sugrivo yadantair dushkaram rane. I know that Sugriva has got a help from Sri Ramachandra and that can never be repaid. And Sugriva has not forgotten that at all. Rama prasadat kirtincha kapirajyam cha saswatam praptavan hi Sugrivo rumam mamcha parantapa. It's because of Sri Ramachandra's complete blessings. It's because of his anugraha that Sugriva got back his kingdom, he got back me, he got back Ruma, and most importantly, he has got the reputation that he is going to be a very great king. And oh Lakshmana, I agree with you on all the points, but please understand, Sugriva never even got to sleep properly in all these years. Now see, Tara is quickly realizing that things are going out of control. She wants Lakshmana to stop and leave immediately. So she is striking Lakshmana where it hurts him the most. She is taking the example of Sri Ramachandra's and Lakshmana's Guru Vishwamitra. We all saw that, right? Vishwamitra, he gets enticed by Manaka, and he loses a lot of his tapas shakti because of that episode with Manaka. Right? There also he gives in to his pleasures. So that's the point that our Tara is bringing up, so that Lakshmana is decisively getting onto the back foot. Hridachyam kila samsakto dasavarshani Lakshmana ahamanyata dharmatma Vishwamitro mahamunihi. Oh Lakshmana, you are questioning Sugriva about the pleasures that he is having, but as I told you before, the arrows of Manmadha are very, very strong. And Lakshmana, do you remember this great Muni, this Dharmatma, this Mahamuni, Vishwamitra? He had great love for Manaka because he was doing tapasya. Manaka came over there. Tara is referring to Manaka as Gritaji. Gritaji as such means another Apsara, but then I think she is mentioning Gritaji instead of Manaka, but we all know that it was Manaka with whom Vishwamitra spent a lot of time. Coming back to the point, what our Tara is saying, Tara says, oh Lakshmana, this great Muni, this great Rishi who had all sorts of knowledge, who got all the astras, but then he too gave in to this pleasure, and they say that he spent 10,000 years as if they were only 10 days. That's the power of this Kama. That's what our Tara is beautifully putting across, so that Lakshmana is now not able to take any action on Sugriva quickly. Nahi praptam na janite kalam kalavidam varaha Vishwamitro mahateja kim punaryah prutajjanaha. If Vishwamitra himself, the man who has got such great intellect, the man who has got all the weapons under his possession, if Vishwamitra himself was not able to identify the time, if Vishwamitra himself gave into the pleasures so much, who are we? Dehadharmagatasya parisrasantasya Lakshmana avitruptasya kameshu Rama Shantumihar. So please understand, O Lakshmana, there is something called as Deha Dharma. This body pulls us towards certain pleasures, and that's how my husband Sugriva also got pulled in. Hence, it is Sri Ramachandra's duty to forgive my husband, because he's leaving the pleasures now, and he's going to come and stand and fight with you. please don't give in to anger. And the love of Sugriva is so much for Sri Ramachandra, and I also am waiting for the day to see where Sugriva leaves all of us, including Angada, to do Sri Rama Seva. And oh Lakshmana, please understand, Sugriva will, with all his force, he'll go attack Lanka and he will bring back Sitama and he will bring Sitama back to Sri Ramachandra. And that day you will see that they are Shashi and Rohini. Shashi here means Chandrama. Rohini is the planet that Chandrama likes the most, or Rohini is the star that Chandrama likes the most. And then she is also now saying, Hatva tamsa durdharshan rakshasan kamarupinah asakyam ravanam hantum yenasa maithili hrita. These rakshasas, they can take any form they want, while all of them are alive. Going into Lanka, searching and getting Sitama is next to impossible. So, oh Lakshmana, even Sri Ramachandra needs help, and Sugriva is on that activity because the army in Lanka runs into crores and crores of people. So we also need an equal or slightly more number of Vanaras on our side so that we can go and fight this war with Ravana. So for this, my husband is getting ready. Natsakyarane hantum asahayena raksha ramena krura karmana Sugriva sahitena vai. So she is clearly mentioning this in the 17th sloka of the 35th sarga of Kishkinda where she is saying it is not easy to win over that huge army. Hence Sugriva has called for the army and they are coming. And since they are all supposed to come and they have not arrived yet, oh Lakshmana, Sugriva has not stepped out, but once they are here, Sugriva would definitely step out and come and meet Sri Ramachandra. Oh Lakshmana, all of them should be here today. If not today, it might take a day or two more, but then they are going to come and help us in one, searching Sitama, and two, going for a fight against Ravana. And then she says, crores and crores of Vanaras, Bhallukas and all are coming. Oh Lakshmana, kindly leave your anger. And she is almost putting Lakshmana in a spot now. And now Lakshmana, who understands all this, he now becomes very, very silent, because if he pushes further, she is going to insult Vishwamitra further, and that would lead to more confrontation. Lakshmana was very, very careful of what he is doing, and hence he does not get anger, he does not respond very quickly, and he becomes silent over there. And then Sugriva, he quickly realizes that he should quickly do something, and his body is getting wet, so he goes and clothes with which he is covering himself, those are becoming wet, so he quickly leaves them, wears something new. And then he was wearing a lot of garlands around his neck for pleasure. He breaks all of that, and then he quickly goes to Lakshmana and he starts speaking in a very nice manner. So what does he speak to Lakshmana? What is going to happen further? That with Sri Ramachandra's Nirhetka Krupa Kataksha Vikshana, we'll be trying to see in our next episode. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pasyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet, sarvam sri sajnana swam charanarvindat pramastu. Jai Shri Ram.